What's up, Barcode?
Yo,
What's up? That, um, man, shucks, man, them Star Wars news, it's good and bad in it. That's coming on
right,
Disney.
yeah,
That's the good news, but the bad news is they're saying that they want to bring back Secret Trilogy, which is a bad move on my part. That's what I think. That's actually bad news for me and for like the fans. Unless she, unless she raised the character, or just Disney saying that episode 9 and episode 8 just don't count. That's the only way that I probably can accept that. Or her
yeah,
coming back. Because there, in my opinion, should they shouldn't be saying that she coming back as the Secret Trilogy right now. Yeah,
yeah. It
in
could
my
be
opinion,
different ways.
it make no sense to bring her character back. It yeah, because think about for me, if they try to bring back the
They have a rate of what? Yeah, it will fix the timeline for.
yeah, I just don't get it that what's the purpose of just doing her bringing her back if they won't redo her character? It make no
You know,
sense, in my opinion. It make no sense.
they got nothing.
And kind of like, do you hear about the writer that's actually writing the movie?
Yeah,
They say the same right that they say the same writer that is writing just the Marvels. I think who are from Miss Marvels and stuff like that. That's in Marvel. They're bringing it over to Star Wars. I'm about to say it's about to be a bad movie,
yeah,
in my opinion. Because like the Miss Marvel show was good, but in my opinion, was hold her back is her is that's the only thing that hold the show back, in my opinion.
yeah,
Because they should have casted somebody older. I think, in my opinion, just to cast somebody older. But
yeah, yeah.
for Marvel, they, they were trying to make a Young Avengers, and plus the way the universe looking right now,
Mm-hmm.
that they're not making no shoot,
Space
they're not
Force.
making no
Yeah,
Young Avengers right now. Because you got Kane, you got the X-Men's coming, and you about to tell me, you better tell me the Young Avengers supposed to fight that? Man, that junk ain't happening.
yeah,
Be- Because you can't bring the Young Avengers out to fight the X-Men. That is slaughter.
yeah,
They would kill them. They would kill them, man. I'm about to say, come on. They would kill them if they actually tried to bring the Young Avengers to fight the
yeah,
X-Men. Come on now. You, you can bring Jean by herself and she can kill the Young Avengers
yeah,
and stuff like that. And it kind of like the Star Wars universe dealing with the games is much better than the live action movies trilogy. The bad thing.
yeah.
Because the games seem like they deal with the stuff they deal with
Better
after
than
40
movies were
60 years.
announced.
After seeing like 10, yeah, because it seems like the games deal with the stuff after after the prequels and going into the original trilogy. The first
Yeah,
one's with Luke, and that's when it seems like it's in between. It's in between the original trilogy going into the sequel.
yeah,
Because the thing about it, when you look at the games and stuff like that, it seems like the Empire is not as as how can as up in the Jedi Survivor than it was again the Jedi Fallen.
Right.
If you look at the two difference in between the Empire, because it seemed like in it could have seemed like up in the Jedi Survivor, should it seem like that might happen just after Darth Vader turned good, and,
Yeah,
and,
I mean,
and
okay.
it seemed like it's about because you look at the first one, the first Jedi Fallen, shoot, the Sith was everywhere, man. The Sith were hunting down Jedi's and everywhere. You could find them, find Darth Vader and Darth Plagueis.
Yeah,
It seemed like it's not as much structure in it. If I mean time for like the Siths
yeah,
and stuff like that, in my opinion, and 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 kind of like the thing, um whoever made that decision that just to bring back Ray, shoot, I hope they know. I hope they know in their opinion what they're doing.
yeah. Also,
Because they
yeah,
better know how to, in my opinion, make they better know how to change her character.
yeah,
Because they better change her character. They better change her character.
yeah. Also, yeah,
Oh, also, and kind of like for me, right? And then with the games, games and stuff like that. That was I'll be seeing like time for the Star Wars game.
right.
Who did that? Um, because they, in my opinion, it's like they need to find a person that that write the Star Wars games and put them just on the movies and series. Uh, on the guy coming. In
Yeah,
my opinion. Oh yeah. You just want to come in that you could. You want to come in
yeah. Good. It's fine. Yeah,
and 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 it kind of like the bad thing for me, right? That's dealing with the Disney stuff. Disney showed the ability to make good shows sound like The Mandalorian season 1 and 2. They showed the ability to do it. They
yeah.
just need the right person that's in it. They
To play
need
it
the
right.
right person that's in it and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah,
And unless the writing is too bad, unless the writing too bad, or anything like that, then you come in and just try to tell them to slow down and stuff like that. I would deal with that and stuff like that.
yeah,
Just watch it over 'em. I go with any studio or any company just watching over and being able to direct what they're doing. Watching them, watching
yeah,
them, and as mess with the vision is two different things
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I got
Because
that.
you
Yeah,
look at episode 8, the sequel trilogy, you could tell that based on the story, everything like that.
yeah,
Because so you look at episode 8, what Ryan Johnson made, he did the worst thing possible to an iconic character. Because
to
they
make
tell us
sure out could
Luke
not be
Luke
yourself.
started throw
Yeah,
away a lightsaber.
that even yourself know.
Yeah, yeah, and because we all know just for the animated series, the original trilogy, and plus the comic books, is that with Luke Skywalker would never just would never throw away a lightsaber and train new students. He would do that. He would actually help other people train and get them better and be
Yeah,
able to help the Jedi and stuff like that. And kind of like the bad thing, and the kind of the bad thing about the Ryan Johnson one, the episode 8, it messed up.
but
It messed up, in my opinion, episode 9 when JJ just had to come back and just straighten up some stuff. Because so you look at episode
yeah,
9, you could tell that JJ would try to straighten up stuff with episode 8 messed up, and that's why the
Mhm.
fans been saying, toss some that's what the fans were saying. Just erase episode 8 and 9 for canon. That's it. Just erase episode 8 and 9 in canon, and just keep 7, and and just make shows off of that. That would make more
Yep.
sense. Just erase episode 8 and 9. If you want to bring back Ray, I'm good with that. But that's what this means. Bring back the Ray that's in episode 7. Don't try to bring
Yeah.
back the Ray that was in episode 9. Because
Make
man,
a different version
episode
so
9 Ray, yeah, and, and and plus to try to say Ray as a Palpatine, I said really, I
seriously.
did not see it. It make no sense. It make no sense because sure you look at
You
episode 7 and
like
stuff
a
like that.
dollar or something, lost dollar or something. Come on, should make a hidden dollar never know about something or opinion or something like that.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
yeah, because we all because we all know because we all know that kids and stuff like that, just the dark side, who are not evil, they would actually train with the Jedi's and train themselves
He's forced.
just in fight,
Yep.
and they would try to
Fair enough.
control both sides. They'd be like light and dark. Unless you have a kid that's evil, that kid might stay with the daddy or just evil mama or something like that. They'll be
Yep.
with the Sith. But the thing about it, most of the time the Sith will force the Empire to find any keys back most of the time, and
Yeah.
especially like a Palpatine. Come on now, dog. A
Seriously,
Palpatine.
come on.
Come on. That,
Really? You can't make a
that
better
don't
guy.
make no sense in my opinion. Yeah, yeah, because you look at it, Palpatine. Palpatine, in my opinion, just will let none of his grandkids and none of his or none of his kids just get away from him. He wouldn't.
Yeah. That makes sense for him. But why did it?
And 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 that is my opinion. That junk don't make sense though. What they're saying and bring back.
Nice. Third place. Only please.
So I like the picture. The picture
I'm,
good.
I'm gonna tell my kids this was Jesus.
Yes, please do that. Yeah.
Oh man, that
How are we doing, fellas? How are we doing?
Good.
I'm doing good. But some bad news came out just for Star Wars though. Bad news came out.
Yep.
What's that? What's that?
They bringing Ray
And the
back
great actress.
just for the secret
Yeah, the
trilogy.
who play Ray? Yeah.
The actress.
Says you should make a different version or cast
You
different
know,
actors to play it or stuff, right?
Mando saved Star Wars in a way,
Yeah, it did.
and
It did
Disney,
say Ray
yeah,
screw up that.
they
Yeah.
Disneyfied
Yeah.
it, and yeah, to me, it kind of dead now
Yeah.
after season 3. They like buried it.
Shoot.
Yep.
They completely buried the franchise
No.
with season 3.
The shoot. Guess the person who writing the Ray movies.
I know it's
Damn
Filoni,
it.
right?
God.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
Nope.
Who is it?
The one who wrote it?
It
The
is the
movie?
person. It is the
What's the
person that
Marvel
writing
one?
Miss
Please
Marvel.
don't be. Oh
You.
God.
Oh my god. Seriously, I feel. Now that movie will be on
You
there.
know what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna call it a day and just to go watch Return of the Jedi in theaters. Call it a
Yeah.
day.
Yep. Just
That
watch
They're,
don't
they're
make
Star Wars.
sense.
re-releasing it for the 40th anniversary.
Yep. So Star
Oh, so
Wars
it
in
is.
the movie for that one.
Yeah, the 40th anniversary. They're releasing,
Okay.
re-releasing Return of the Jedi in theaters
Okay. Shoot.
on April 28th.
That's be a good thing right there.
Oh,
I might go.
Funny thing is, I'm watching it right now.
It kind of like for me,
And it's on TNT. I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, and it kind of, oh shoot, and
Yeah.
kind of like the thing for me, right? The thing with Star Wars and Ray, that and plus it seemed like to me that because if people didn't learn about the last time they boycotted the last Star Wars movie, they came out with Episode 9. It boycotted that movie, and that movie lost millions, I think, be, because of Episode 8 and stuff like that. And Ryan Johnson told us some he can make a better Star Wars movie. I said you can't write Episode 8. What in the world are you talking about? You can write a better Star Wars movie. You have
Yep.
reference.
Yeah.
You have
You
You got the
buried
reference.
most
Star
You
use
have
Wars.
material.
reference just for Episode 7 to go by. But you still
Yeah.
moving.
You got the leftovers, so just finish
He had
the
Episode
story.
7 to reference by. He
You can finish it, but it's pretty lazy to do
yeah.
on server. That's nice.
Look at Episode 7. Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get who in
Hey, let
Disney
me ask
is
you this,
making these
fellas.
decisions. Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that since
Huh?
2015's
Okay.
Force Awakens came out, it's been the same trend of writing in Hollywood?
All be the separate
After
storytelling.
after after Force Awakens, it's been the same trend.
Oh yeah. Think
I
about
don't
it
know if
now.
anyone noticed that.
Like the Marvel one, yeah, really
Yeah.
shitty. I mean, it's okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I noticed it. Yeah.
It just stinks
Yep.
that I'm not.
And
I'm not even trying to be that guy for hating him on, but
no,
it's just
no, you're not hating.
there's a difference.
Yeah, and they kind of like the
There's a difference in writing. Basically,
yeah. They should have
everything
got
they write
somebody, in my
is forced
opinion, that
upon.
was an unknown. Yeah.
It wasn't. It was
Yeah.
laziness.
Yeah.
I can name you far better written characters for females than freaking Ray. And they were lazy and just
And
made her Superman or Supergirl. Heck, I'm
yeah,
worried about that film too. Looking at it now, they may go to the
look at the
direction of
video
Railroad too.
and but they said the writers of that movie is doing like the Miss Marvel movie is writing Ray movie too.
Can't wait to not see it. Let's go.
Be, be, because the thing about it, shoot, this is the same writer. This is the same writer and same studio that had delayed Miss Marvel 2 or 3 times already. Because that movie supposed to been out, and that movie got delayed
Yep.
and stuff like that. That movie got delayed, and kind of like for me, kind of like for me, if I was Disney, they need to get people that is outside the Disney company that can actually write a good Star Wars story and movie,
Yeah.
or just go by the comic books. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with, in my opinion? What's wrong with my opinion and just going by the comic books? What's wrong with that these days?
I mean, certain comic books is be canon or not canon. That's it.
That let's go by the most popular good comic books that just the fans like, and let's
Yeah.
go from there and stuff like that. Because you look at it, they got the Ahsoka series coming out. They got the Acolyte, they say, and some people say the Acolyte show is actually looking good for people that's there. But the things, in my opinion, I'm not gonna say the Acolyte is good just until I see the trailer and stuff like that. because the last that because of the last movie for Star Wars I was hyped for was Episode 8, and that movie made me mad. And sure, I just wasn't happy with it. I just wasn't happy with the movie after I saw it, and that was the bad thing. That was my most anticipated movie since the prequels, Episode 3 of the prequels. About the ending, and just how Disney just hyping up with the trailer. Shoot, I thought the Jedi and Sith were going to fight each other and stuff like that. Time for fights, but it seemed like they didn't do that, and just had it one sided. And it kind of like, in my opinion, shoot, why didn't Star Wars ever just explore just the gray Jedi's, just the Jedi's that work with the light and the dark?
Yeah,
That
yeah, that was
be
great.
like a whole new a whole new angle to it. If you bring in Jedi's that go in light and the dark,
Yeah,
sound like Mace did. Be, because you look at it, if I was the Jedi, I would be like in the middle. I'd be like Switzerland. I'd say, "Shit, I might not work with you." The Siths or something like that. Should the Sith don't like gray Jedi's anyway, or gray Siths? Should they pretty much stuck in the middle? They and put thing about it, shoot, those Jedi and Sith got more freedom. I think, in my opinion, but that's just me. But everybody different on that though. If you were writing a series, there, what kind of series would you write if you had a choice which series to write?
What?
If you could write a series just for Star Wars, a
Write
series and
anything from Star Wars?
yeah, series, two series and two movies. Which two would you write? And for the characters could be new, anything like that.
Well, I would do anything from the books.
Okay.
And see, the thing to me, I despise the sequels. I absolutely hate them. Yes, I said it. Um,
No, you could also erase the sequel trilogy
yeah,
if you
that's what
want.
I mean. I liked the direction where Filoni was going
Yeah.
in the Mandoverse, like at least season 2,
No,
and then Book of Boba happened, and then
oh, he
the
didn't
rest
write
is
that.
history, and now Mando season 3 is what it is.
He didn't write
Not even his
most of
show.
that.
Not even his show.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess
bad.
it's about the Mandalorians. Okay. Yeah. Okay, pal. Okay, pal. You get the money, but and you have the lazy writing, right?
Yeah.
You know what you did.
Oh man.
It's not hard, but I would do something like hmm, I would do something from the Old Republic,
Okay. Okay.
and it looks like they might be doing something from the Old Republic, which is I'm kind of scared now. I mean, I've always wanted them to do Old Republic,
Yeah.
Disney, but I'm kind of scared though. F it up.
It just depends on who writing it though. That's the thing. The writers, the writers is so important.
I rather
And
have honestly, I rather have Favreau in charge than
yeah,
freaking Filoni at this point. And I
because
like Filoni. It's just he
they
does
try
what
to
what's her name does. He
Kathleen
does.
Kennedy.
You know, he's told
Yeah.
to do what Kathleen Kennedy wants.
Yeah, because like the Mando series is some of the only series I like. The Mando
Yeah.
series plus Obi-Wan, that's just a good average good series. I like Obi-Wan and Mando. Those are the only two I like. That's real good. And plus the animated Bad Batch is cool, but it's not the best though. But it's cool and stuff like that.
Epic. Give me a story about Jar Jar. I want to
Shoot.
see him as a Darth Lord.
I want
I
to
want
see
to see
him.
him as a Sith. No, I'm
I
joking.
want
No,
to.
that's a joke. That's a joke. No, I'd rather see
I
origins
want
of
to
him
see
though.
him. Yeah, because they might shoot. Stuff. I already see Jar Jar just as a great Jedi.
Yeah.
Because Jar Jar let you free, and he don't like rules, but he still following if you have to and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ep-
yeah.
Epic.
So
Give
I
me
think
a
that.
show about Admiral Akbar.
Oh yes, I like him, but they kill him though. But they kill him in Secret Trilogy. I say, come on, man. So you just show
Yeah,
him
they messed
this.
him up too, so it don't matter.
Man, I was mad, bro. I was mad because you tell
The
him.
one show that I wish we get, like I said, I would do Old Republican. It would probably be a Revan story,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
that's the
and
one. That's what I want to see.
what's it? What are those twins in the game? Barcode.
Um, I
The
think
Turtle
I
twins, right?
something like that. Yeah,
I
yeah,
would do a
yeah,
series on
When
that, a TV series,
yeah,
and like a spinoff,
yeah. We're gonna yeah,
and I would
okay.
do a trilogy on Revan
yep.
and the origin of who discover. I guess that's what they're going for with the discovery of you know,
All right.
Reverend was, but yeah,
who discovered the Force and all that.
yeah. The origin for who the first
Yeah,
Sith
I
and
guess
that.
they're
Yeah,
doing that.
Okay. And plus, like
I
a.
really want to see Plagueis though.
Oh yeah. Because I want to see Plagueis. I want to see Darth Bane. I
I want
want.
to see Mara Jade. That's who I want to see. But too bad they ruined it,
yep. Kill off her. Sucks for her.
Wait a minute.
and
Both
they don't
in the
have no
series
sources.
and the
Give me a
movie.
break,
Yep.
Kathleen Kennedy.
They
What
kill
happened to
her
Mara J? He
twice.
kill her?
She did. They got kill her off. Series and the movies. Both.
You said there's no
Wow.
source material to take from. That is
They
complete
erased it.
BS. You just wanted a quick buck.
Yeah, this
Come
was
on
just
now.
Luke character.
That's what
Come on.
literally what the sequels
In
were.
live action and in the series style or Star Wars Clone Wars, come on.
Now that right there is a strong female character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just stole the ideology.
Yep.
They just stole the elements of that storyline,
Yeah.
I guess, in a way, and used it with Ray
Yeah.
to a degree.
Man, I
Mhm.
hate that. Junk.
Yeah. So stupid for it. No, Karen was live action, including the series. Come on.
Also,
Twice.
I will say
Come on,
this:
friend.
Finn would have had a better story arc.
Yes, I
Yeah.
agree on that. I agree on that.
Yeah.
Come
He
on.
was
He
better
And
was
I
good.
Jedi.
love how the teaser just, oh, here's a guy in the desert. We don't know about him. Oh,
Yeah.
here's a girl on a thing, and then here's a guy with the freaking cross as a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Here you go,
Man.
Force Awakens.
Man,
Yeah.
I like the Force Awakens movie. That was actually a good movie.
It's a
Yeah,
New Hope.
yeah, I know, but that was a good first movie to start it off.
Yes, it was a good setup. Yes,
Yes. Make Finn
it was
and the
still a New
Jedi.
Hope though,
Come on.
which is why a lot
Yeah.
of people aren't even a fan of Force Awakens either.
Yeah.
That's the only one I like, just like everything.
I agree.
With
I agree.
Kyron. Yeah. You know. Kyron is good character. I mean, you gotta
Oh wait,
also
fellas,
like
fellas,
her.
fellas! I need to say something.
Go ahead.
Nobody, absolutely nobody.
Yeah. For the Force Awakens, yeah.
Finn.
Yeah. Thing is.
Ray! Ray!
Yeah,
Yeah.
man,
He was
man.
turned into that. That was literally his character after. after
Come on.
freaking Force Awakens.
Make Finn become Jedi. Come on. He had
What?
potential to be. Finn had potential to be a Jedi for it.
Like
Man,
it's
I would.
just
Man,
agitating
yeah.
Yeah.
that this is where Star Wars is now.
Yep.
It could have been so much better.
It should have been with Finn in it.
For a
Would have
sensitive
been yeah.
audience that doesn't give a shit about Star Wars lore or
No, they
source
Yeah.
don't.
material.
They
Without
don't.
using real world stuff. Yeah. Just making Finn. Yeah. One universe.
Be, because you actually same people around here. You actually same people around here. Uh, um, what's the background of the original trilogy, the prequels? It can't tell you nothing about it. They can't tell you nothing.
Nothing good's about the prequels.
Yeah.
And man, now the
I mean
prequels.
sequels.
Oh,
Sequels still
I'm about
feel good.
Not prequels. Sorry about that.
Prequels good. Sequels yeah sucks.
the prequels. Mean was actually pretty good, and some
The
people
only problem with
like,
the sequels, I mean the prequels, um,
How you right.
nobody wanted to see Vader as a kid,
Yeah.
but I
and
did.
I did. I know I did because I like
Um.
origin movies.
Yeah,
The other
yeah,
thing is, um, Attack of the Clones sucked though.
yeah,
That's
We
fine.
yeah.
can admit that it wasn't the best, but hey, the sequels make that film look like the
The masterpiece.
maybe yeah masterpiece. Yes,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah,
only
yeah,
reason why I'd say I don't like I thought the dialogue was fine with the romance stuff. It's kind of
yeah.
cringe, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what Star
the
Wars
only
is,
problem
though.
with Attack of the Clones for me is the editing
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
because there's so many transitions and what they edit, how they edit it. There's like
yeah,
so many edited scenes where they transitions into the next scene, and it's very lazy. But hey, that's my only hate for Attack of the Clones. So
yeah. Sure. And kind of like the other thing that I like about the prequels actually explain how that's how the dark side got inside the council and stuff like that. They actually explains that.
I know, but
Yeah.
no, nobody likes it because politics, though. But
Yeah. That's why.
But but the thing is, the politics is part of being a Jedi, though. That's part of it.
Yeah.
part of the system, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
But not in the
it's
real
not
world.
all
Part of the
fight.
movie lore, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Movie
how
lore.
it's not.
Palpatine
Yeah.
came to
Not.
power.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's not all fighting and stuff, and that what people just fail to realize just by Star Wars. It is not all about the fighting. It is all about behind the scenes too. The people that is behind the scenes that can help you out too as well. And Obi-Wan had learned that too. Along with he learned that.
I'm gonna say this also.
My, and and just in my opinion, stuff
Andor
like
is the
that.
best TV
In
series
time for
of
Star
that
Wars,
Disney made.
I
I don't know
I
if you heard
still
that.
think the Mandalorian. Man, wait a minute, that,
Not
no,
after
no,
season
no,
three. Not
Andor,
after season three. I'm sorry, Andor is better than all of
no,
them.
C3 still. Do you know
Season
what
three
season three
sucks.
based on? You know what season three based on?
Um, Power Rangers.
Season three is season three is based on it. They try to build their power back up. Just for the Mandalorian to be able to fight the ships and stuff like that, just in case the
And not
ships
even
come
good
back.
Power Rangers. It's Turbo Power Rangers.
Turbo ain't that bad though. I still like Turbo
It's
more.
a bad show.
You guys have Justin.
Ain't
They
That's
got
why.
cooked into a pizza. They were
Justin.
turned into flies.
it's
You
based
said
on
this.
Sentai. What's your expect?
Yeah. The fight scenes.
And
I
then you got
mean.
a kid that,
Yeah.
It's based on Sentai stuff half the time,
Yeah.
man.
But
What we do?
Zio, the 6th reader in Sentai was a kid, so same thing. Dragon Ranger, Blue Ranger, right? No, I mean,
Yeah.
I was thinking that Ranger. I mean, yeah, Secret Ranger case. So
The only cool part was TJ.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
I do like TJ.
I do agree on that.
And the only half that most audience watched was when Tommy was there.
Yeah. That and
After the transition, it fell.
and people did like TJ after a while too.
But I
It
like
did warm up
TJ.
the
TJ's
TJ.
very interesting. He's very good.
He was a better Ray Ranger just than Mac just from Operation Overdrive. He was a better
Oh
Ray
yeah,
Ranger
yeah.
than him.
I forgot about Operation
TJ,
I
Overdrive.
mean, yeah, yeah.
I don't even. What were they even going for in Operation Overdrive?
I don't make Mac the
Indiana
helmet.
Jones or something? I don't even know.
It was Indiana Jones to Android
because shoot, so he
to
better than Mac.
Pinocchio.
It wasn't Mighty Morph. Shoot.
All
Oh
I'm saying
man.
is that the new season of Mando season 3 is Power Rangers Turbo, Power Rangers Operation Overdrive
Oh, the vibe of it.
material.
Oh yeah,
It's
the vibe of it.
I
Yeah,
probably
was
got to finish.
that.
How many episodes came out so far just for Mandalorian?
6, and we don't even know
Because
how the
the
story.
first six,
6
God damn.
episodes,
yeah.
Wow.
and we don't know the motive of the
Oh
story.
man.
It's just
Yeah.
randomly moments where random episodes where I guess we get slow progress. Like the last episode was decent progress, but it was like it's the smallest. Like there's no story motive at the core.
I
You
guess
have no idea what the story
Guess who
really is
tried to
heading
make this
towards or
over?
nothing.
I mean, guess connected the timeline to the rebels. I mean, yeah,
I know, but it's just
Oh,
they don't
yeah.
and
explain it. They don't.
guess who did Dirk uh guess who tried to get their hands on some of the story? Kathleen
Who?
Kennedy.
Oh,
And that
I wouldn't be
Kathleen
surprised.
Kennedy
I
because
wouldn't be surprised.
season 1 and 2 that they let Dave Filoni and stuff like that do their work, and those 2 seasons actually been good.
of
Yeah,
course.
but she
We
didn't.
get Mark Hamill to be Luke, right?
But she didn't. It's okay.
Yeah.
You
They
can
always have a
always
winner.
tell you can always tell most of the time, like on time for story and stuff like that.
Then you have the audience
And
that
just
agrees
with
that
Disney,
this is good. This is Mando. There's no difference maker in tone.
You can tell
Shut
the
up. You don't
tone
know
is
Star
way
Wars. You
different.
don't know the tone.
You can tell the tone, just how
man,
it
shoot,
Have you looked
vibrates.
from the trailers from season 1 and 2?
Looks very good.
They are different tones
yeah.
in writing
Yeah, I think it's
and
very different.
setting of tone. They are
Kathleen
completely different shows.
Kennedy got her people in it though. Yeah. And Kathleen Kennedy most of the time, she tried to get her way because of the head people that's on the board, and she always tried to do stuff. She always tried to do stuff, man. Time for storytelling. That's what did the
My
sequel
thing is, why
trilogy.
does Disney have her still there in charge after
But
the
why though?
the the awful sequels? That I mean,
You ready?
Rise of
Because she left,
Skywalker did awful in the box office.
Hmm.
and she not really a Skywalker. She's a Palpatine.
Yeah,
Who,
just
who
make her,
cares?
It made no
just make her
sense.
Who
an
cares? I don't care.
adopted Jedi. Just make her adopted Jedi, something long thought or something. Come on, or something hidden at least.
I think
Makes sense.
I think God, what's his name? Abrams had a plan, and Ryan Johnson ruined it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty
yeah.
sure.
He
Yeah,
did. And
yeah,
plus, up to that plan, this what Finn was supposed to be a Jedi,
being a
something like that.
Jedi.
Yeah, he supposed
Yeah,
to be a Jedi.
Hey fellas,
Look,
yeah.
look at
The
in that
vibe
movie.
is him. The
remember
vibe is
that
him.
remember that purple haired feminist general?
I did not like her.
What?
I don't.
From Last Jedi?
I didn't like her though in the movie. Because the thing about it just with Finn.
What was her name,
Nothing.
Bar? Code?
Oh shucks. Let me see.
Exactly.
Well,
We
what
can't
was
even. She was a key part to that story, somewhat, and we don't even freaking remember her name. Pathetic.
Wait, which
Disney.
what was it?
Pathetic.
The movie? I don't.
Last Jedi.
Yeah, the name of it. I don't
Like,
know. I didn't watch it. I didn't know. Remember that.
Let
hold
me
on, I'll
see.
look it up.
Let me see.
Yeah, do it. Look.
The Last
Yes, look.
Jedi was
I
the
don't.
last movie.
And she had like purple hair.
Okay.
She
I didn't
sacrificed
watch it.
herself.
I watched the Han Solo young Han Solo movie. That's it. I watched all
She
that shit. So
sacrificed herself and hit the freaking other ship.
Was she the vice admiral in the
I
movie?
think so. Yeah, she had like purple hair or
Um,
pink hair.
just her name was Laura Dern. That's the
Yeah.
actress name, Laura Dern.
Do you know the name, the character's name?
you play her, yeah.
Vice Admiral. Shoot, she played. Shoot, what's her name?
I,
She was
her
Vice
name.
Admiral.
That's
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. Forget her name for it. But I can't there.
Shoot, that name was long. That's a long jump, man. What she did. Shoot.
Just especially that mom.
Holdo.
Yeah, I think it is Vice Admiral Holdo, something like that.
What was the?
I don't watch. That's why it's so bad.
Oh no,
I watch a
What
I
was
Han
know.
the
It
Solo
point of
Vice
movie.
that
Admiral.
character? See,
No,
that's
no,
the
Vice
audience they're
Admiral
going. They're.
Holdo.
You know what's hilarious? That's the audience they're making films for now.
Yep. Let me get right back from to watch it for. I can look
And
at it
those the
right
kind of
back.
movie that fails too.
Yeah.
Those the kind of movies that fails too most of the time too. That on the movies they try to make movies just for the people who don't even watch it. That
Yeah. Because,
it they just be on Twitter complaining, but those suckers do not watch the movies.
yeah. At least give it a try if it was good or not.
Because the companies in my opinion just to learn do do not try to make movies there for people that always complain and don't even try to go to the theaters and see if the movie good. I don't make movies for them. I make
I'm
movies
freaking
just for the
nervous about
regular person.
Acolyte.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Acolyte. Who
I'm
writing
nervous
it?
as fuck for Acolyte.
Shut.
Look up the
Who writing it?
director. Look up the freaking director. She described the
Oh,
show Frozen meets Kill Bill.
what?
Yeah,
Frozen.
Oh my god. Oh my
Frozen
god.
Frozen.
meets Kill Bill. That
That's
is
not
how
even
she
a spoiler.
defined the series of Acolyte.
Oh my
You
god.
can't. Frozen.
Look at the
Frozen.
director and look at the project she's done. Look
Oh
Oh
at
my
man.
god.
Acolyte and look at the director, and then look
God.
at her
Dang.
projects. And it's a female who's directed it.
Oh my god. Just let the male. I'm not being sexist. Just the male have knowledge of the comics and story. Just make it. And I'm sexist. Just make it. Come on. I'm not being
I don't know.
sexist.
Yes, it's about a
Elijah,
Sith, but I
just
guess
make
it's
it.
about a Sith with a twin or something,
Oh my god.
and they're
So,
separated at birth, and I don't know.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
man.
Why, Fred?
Why they
Oh,
keep on doing this to me? Why they keep on doing this to me,
why?
man?
Just
To make
just look at the
it good.
directors. Look at the director.
Oh,
Yeah, I see a
what the
Do you see her projects?
what
bachelorette.
project, man?
Can you tell us all the projects she's done?
Yeah, let's hear
Let
it.
me,
Let's.
oh man. Um. Oh yeah, I see it. She did bachelorette.
Oh my
She
god.
is she is co-producer, assistants, a show, sleeping with other people. What the world? What?
Oh, there you
Collection.
go. There you go, everybody.
That's the
There
reason.
you go, everybody. The core piece of
Make the shittiest movies
modern
ever for themselves.
civilization with women cheating with other people,
Yeah.
Sleeping with other people.
Now
And
it's like
she got
he just
sleeping
cast
and cheating with other people, right?
Yep.
yeah, she got Heather's. Just a two
Oh my
episode
god.
series that got canceled.
Yeah, but suck. That's why. Get canceled for that series.
Finding
Like two
the
episodes.
A-hole, chapter 3, a short. One episode of Almost Family, just one episode got canceled. I know that because supposed to be a
Oh.
TV series, and for a TV series is not one episode. You can tell that was canceled.
Yep. Immediately
Pink
after
and
that.
Blue, short, co-producer,
What?
single and drunk female. What in the world? There's 10 episodes.
yeah,
God dog.
What is this
And
project
for
she
the
doing? On some
last one
drug
she
or something
did,
or what?
and for the last one she did was Russian Doll. 15 episodes in 2019 and 2022. Wait a minute, 3 years just for 15 episodes? That make no sense.
Nah, it can't be 15. That should be less for that. No way.
Yeah, there's
In the
three
time of the
episodes
year?
just for 2019 and 2022.
good job,
No.
Kathleen Kennedy. Good job. Good job. Great job.
Nah.
So
What is your
impactful.
rush? Yeah.
So empowering.
Yeah.
That makes no sense, man. That makes no sense.
No. It doesn't make sense at all for her.
That shoot, and plus the big old director didn't even try to bring in people that could be like a co-director to help her out. You know what I mean? It sounds like if you don't know it, just try to bring
Get
in a
someone
big old director. It can help
who
you.
can see it here too. Yeah.
Because you look at the Captain America series, Captain America 1, 2, and 3, it was actually brothers, the Russo brothers, that was actually doing the movies. Because that's what, if one brother missed something, the other brother probably come in and help out.
Yeah.
And for right now, just that void. And did with the John Wick movies too.
Yeah.
I don't get the people who working at Disney. Frozen? Wait a minute. She say Frozen mixed with Kill Bill?
Yep.
That don't make no sense.
Yeah. It's not
That,
even how to start to describe.
this
It's
is not like this is not
a horror
a
movie.
Disney
You can say
musical.
that.
A Disney musical, not like that. This ain't no musical.
No.
This ain't no Disney musical, and not like that, man. For you to be able to make them stuff, come on, now,
What?
that makes
Something
no
like
sense.
High School Musical or something? Come
Yeah,
on. High School Musical. Why High School Musical? We got a lot of remakes. We gotta keep bringing more
yeah.
adaptation of it.
If this show right here supposed to be a musical, I would like understand if she say Frozen mixed with Kill Bill if it was a musical.
Yeah.
But the title, the title of the show do not say musical though. It say acolyte.
Mm.
It say TV series.
It's a
And
Star
why
Wars, so
would you
depends on
say
how they work.
Frozen? I hated the first Frozen. The first Frozen movie was cool, but the people play that one song out too bad. And that's what
Yeah.
I tell my sisters, everything like that. Don't ever, ever play that movie around me too many times.
Yeah.
They tell them let it go. I keep on saying they had a joke on TikTok, Instagram,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Twitter. That
YouTube,
yeah,
everything.
that song got on my nerves. I say, please don't play that song no more. Please
Even
don't.
while great for jeez, a remix to it.
Because you look at the movie itself is basic. It's just the songs that brought it out.
Yeah.
That went away awards. Take away the music. Take away the music now from that
This
movie.
could be good movie. It would be good movie for it, yeah. Family
The
movie.
movie, yeah, the movie is basic without the songs,
Yeah.
and that's sad.
Very sad for her.
Because you look at Lion King, the older ones and stuff like that, without the music, that movie's still good without the music and stuff like that.
Yep. Tuesday for it, yep.
Yeah. And kind of like the thing about it, if you try to make an acolyte show stuff like that, at least tell us that she going through trials like in a school or something. You know what I mean?
Like
It's,
history of
it's
it.
not,
Come on, for
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's sound like she's in a college, she in a school who training to be a Sith, or she could have a change of heart just at the end of graduation of her being like a half Jedi, half Sith. Sound like
yeah,
student, sound like Mace, because that's what you look at Mace. Mace wasn't no full Jedi either. If
yeah,
you look at Mace himself, because think about if you look at it, Mace was like he was a councilman that was stronger than most of the council himself. He was stronger than most of everybody in the council,
yeah,
and and that's why nobody really questioned him though. Just doing the prequels,
yeah,
all stuff for Anakin that had betrayed him just by cutting off his arm. No, not his arm, but his hand, because he listed Count Dooku, what's the dumbest thing in the world he could have did. Because thing about it, the thing about for me, shoot, I just want Mace, and plus, just I know I got a student that kind of conflicted. I would have had him lead the planet just until I handle my business just for Count Dooku.
yeah,
That would have been me. You could just I would just had him on the ship and stuff like that, everything like that. That would have been me. But the thing about for me, if you try to make a good acolyte show, hype it up. Hype the show up
yeah,
just by saying that the story is good. The spirit that sound like the spirit of Star Wars is back. So you think about the story, you think about the fans, you think about the comic books and stuff like that. Come on now, at least tell me that. And that's what they ain't doing. They're not doing that. They talk some
yeah,
Frozen and Kill Bill. How in the world do you get Frozen just for Star Wars? Because you use the Force. You use the Force though. That make no
yeah.
sense.
Yeah, for no Michelle over about your sir.
You don't use magic. You,
Nope.
you, you don't use no magic. Tell some. It's the Force. That the Force is like Frozen. That's what I
Yeah,
want to know. I want to know the people up in there who was in the office that day when she came up with this idea with the acolyte to be like Frozen and Kill Bill.
yeah,
Because think about me, and that was me, I would have tell her no way. Be, be, because you're not about to make my Star Wars movie like no Frozen.
yeah,
Be, be, because thing about for me, if I see if I see one song come up dealing it just dealing with it acting like show, I got me mad. Be, be, be,
yeah,
because we all know how Disney is. Disney, in my opinion, will try to monetize one song and let that jump stretch for years to come.
yeah,
And that's the kind of thing that I'm kind of disappointed in telling Disney because like for me, for that person, for like the Ahsoka show I see that on the Ahsoka show seeing like it's in the spirit of the prequels and stuff like that, and that's
yeah,
pretty much a good thing. I think, in my opinion, so that might be the best show I think that might come out. I think, in my opinion, that might be the best show I think that come out so far. Be, because think about it, if this Acolyte show is actually good, I would say that the show good in my opinion. If it's good, I say. If it's not, I would say as well. But the thing
yeah,
about for me that if to is just I just start reviewing that Acolyte show and that show is actually bad. And plus, I start reviewing episode by episode. I already know that the comments is gonna be in my section talking about something I'm hating and stuff like that. And that's what I
yeah.
don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't I don't care in my opinion if y'all hating. And kind of like the other thing for me, in my opinion, which I think in my opinion that it's not hating. In my opinion,
That's
I don't
true.
think
Yeah.
it's hating. Just telling the truth about the projects. It's telling the truth. It's hating now, and it's coming ahead of them. It's telling the truth. It's hating, and
Yes.
and the kind of thing, in my opinion, talks and the thing about my opinion, whoever made the decision of bringing back Ray, I think, in my opinion, up in my opinion, who to bring back Ray from the sequel trilogy, I want to know the person who made that decision.
Yeah.
Because that
I
person
wanna
must be
know.
high. Because that person must be high. That person must be high and must be smoking and stuff like that. Of my opinion, that person be high. Because y'all Disney people who looking, y'all Disney fans that looking, I am not hating on y'all shows, but that's what that we all know that y'all secret trilogy was not good, and plus the Ray character was not written well,
Yeah.
in my opinion, was not written well. Because so you might not like me saying that, but that's what's the truth. It was not written
Yeah.
well. Because because that's when you look at episode 8 and 9. The episode 8 and 9 was two different movies, and I could tell that. In my
Yeah.
opinion, it was two different movies, man. And man, shoot, I keep on thinking to myself. I said, wait a minute, Disney just not organized.
Yeah.
And they might some of my friends and some of my friends who saw the movie, and they even just could tell that the movie wasn't organized, and they're not really comic book fans or Star Wars fans like that, and they can really tell that,
Yeah.
and that's the kind of thing that's true. I just don't get how can regular people tell it is that the Disney episode 8 and 9 wasn't organized, but the people that who work in the office just couldn't tell that. I just should I pretty much tell you who pretty much do it all the time most of the time.
Yep.
Who pay attention, and who don't.
Yeah.
Be, because your thing about for me, right? It just was me and deal with the Ray character. I just would have said that that's the Ray for episode 7. That's not the Ray for episode 8 and 9. And just have her train. I think, in my opinion, like of her new movie, and of her new movies that she got coming out, this should have, like, in my opinion, Ray training just with somebody that is looking. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah, I agree on
be
that. Yeah.
be be because the thing about it, shoot, she need training. She need training for a Jedi or just for a swordsman or something like that. Somebody that can actually do it, in my opinion. Because that's just me. Because she needs to train for a master or some kind of student master or something like that she could find. And this try to say the person that who writing this movie came from Miss the Marvels. I say, why? Why you getting people from Marvel who can't even make a good movie right now? That's the wrong
Yeah.
person to
She
get.
did. Yeah. Get the Russo boy or something like that, or someone who knows
Yeah,
Star Wars lore, right?
you get the Russos. You can get the person who made the first Iron Man. That was David Filoni. Just get him,
Yeah.
and you can get the person who write Black Panther, the first one, Ryan
Yeah.
Coogler. Come on, D- Disney got the good talent, but the thing is, they picking the wrong ones. They picked the wrong talent that to make these
Yeah.
movies, which don't make sense, but they do.
Yeah. I'm
Which,
agree.
which get on my nerves half of the time because they, in my opinion, I keep on hearing, shoot, as an excuse, them a Disney fans. So they start with some shoot, the old Disney people hate change. This us. I said, wait a minute. We the same Disney fans that like the original trilogy and push the
Yeah.
prequels. You can't tell us that we don't that we hate change. Come on, now that just don't make sense. How do we
Yeah,
hate change? How do we hate change? And we like the original trilogy that different back in the 70s and 80s. Come on now,
yeah,
that we saw on TV. Come on, now that just don't make no sense.
yeah. Who rewatched the series? Yeah, who is
Yeah,
who buy a copy of it in
yeah,
protection edition?
yeah, yeah. Because you look at the Star Wars celebrations, we always look at the old one with Luke Skywalker, and puts the
Yeah,
prequels just for Anakin. Come on
yeah,
now, I don't get these Disney fans half of the time. Some of them,
yeah.
and
Don't
they
ever
try to
forget.
say that Kylo Ren and Rey shoot them together. I say no. If you go by the story, it's supposed to be Rey and Finn going together.
Yeah, there's a logic of it.
Yeah. What is your logic of giving Kylo Ren and Rey together? That makes no sense
Yeah,
based on the story.
like a Sith become a Jedi, then that the Jedi become was a Sith.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot. And he always had a light side inside him anyway. And
Yeah, but come on, just make
because we
sense.
all knew that because then you look at his father was Ben Solo, Han Solo, and
Yeah,
stuff like that. He
yeah.
always been he always been
Plus,
there.
it was the brother Jedi, so yeah, he might have
Yeah,
connections to the Force. Even comic books first, yeah.
and kind of like that, in my opinion, because I think in the future is that we gotta find out that Luke Skywalker might have had a son that he don't know about,
Yep.
which would make sense based on the Jedi rules back in the day. Because you look at the rules back in the day, them with Jedi's, even so, if he did have kids, he couldn't raise them if he wanted to,
Yeah.
and plus the council probably hide it anyway that he had a child. I
Yep.
think in my opinion they would have hide it anyway. Because that's why you look at the older consoles and stuff like that. They say the older consoles did not really believe in having kids
Yeah.
because they wanted Jedi to be dedicated just being a Jedi. But the thing is, uh, um, if you want more Jedi's, so your Jedi should have
Very
kids,
kids. Yeah.
and kind of like the Sith problem. Shut the Sith problem. Shoot that under Sith you give you freedom, but that's what shoot man. Shut, they want you to kill
Or by
everybody.
anger hurt. Yeah, through
Yeah,
anger or something. Emotions.
yeah. It's good and bad on each side. It's good and
Yeah.
bad on each. Cause think about me, shoot, I'd rather be neither, and then shoot, I'd rather be in the middle, and everybody
Yeah,
hate me.
become use the white light, a lightsaber. That's what we use. Purified the dark crystals to be crystals.
Yeah, yeah, because that's for me. But I would do, shoot, damn, me in my opinion, shoot, I would use like the dark side and light side crystals and put them up in separate chambers and just make my own color.
Yep.
I think in my opinion, because that's just me. That's what I would do and stuff for that. And 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 kind of like for me, in my opinion, man, shoot, and this Ahsoka show needs to explain what she was doing ever since she left the Mandalorian and stuff like that. They need to
Yeah.
explain that. Because thing is, in my opinion, this saying that she was fighting the enemy that's a captain over a ship, and it kind
Yes,
of, in
yeah.
my opinion, I think that's thrown. I think it
Yeah,
is
the
it that
timeline
thrown
for
that's
Predator.
kind of like okay,
Yeah, basically the
and
timeline
kind of
for
like in my and his downfall was he thought that he was smarter than everybody. That was his downfall in
yeah,
losing.
yeah,
Because in my opinion, Enter the Throne, he was a smart evil Sith Jedi who followed order stuff, and he was smart. He was a smart strategic guy and stuff like that. He
Yep.
was smart in my opinion. But the thing about it would get him, and that would get all the Siths, their confidence always be too high. If you notice, like the Sith when they winning and stuff like that, should they like to in my opinion, how can I say this? They like to antagonize people.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean by that, they like to antagonize everybody and stuff like that when they
Tease
losing
them
or
for
winning,
yeah.
and that's their
Tease them with
downfall.
yeah. We have the big ego for it, or the best and not the
Yep,
best.
yep, and that's kind of thing I think.
Yeah.
Yep, yep, and the kind of other thing for me, which I think could be a good or bad thing, stuff like that. But the other thing for me, which I do want to see, like I'm trying of the Jedi's and stuff like that. Shoot, because that for me, shoot, I don't want to see this the past.
Now I want to see the future too. Yeah.
Because,
Future's alright.
yeah, because the thing about it, that what Disney always be saying to us, so we is we is just for the future,
Yep.
and 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 plus the Mandalorian take take place in between episode 6 and 7. That's kind of like the future, but it's kind of like the past too.
Yeah. For except the
And
future though, we
kind of
just
like and
events of the past.
yeah, yeah, because if you look at the future or something like that, shoot, I think that Disney just might face the Mandalorian and Carbonite or put him up in my opinion, he might be up in suspension. I think
Yeah.
animation and animation suspension. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Sound like and keep them
Yeah.
in animation suspension, keep them living.
Yeah.
That just draw no money. There's no how Disney is. Because that's what you look at episode 9. Who, who did Disney bring back? Palpatine. They bring back Palpatine, a man that puts been dead in the prequels. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no,
The
no,
sixth
no,
one.
no, 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 not the prequel, but the original trilogy, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and and plus the original trilogy did some new techniques in time for movie making at that time and stuff like that. Sound like they're showing lightsabers, showing fights and choreography stuff like that. It did some
Yeah.
good things.
Yeah.
This that they're just doing that time period. It did in my opinion. And like some people will talk about some episode 1, 2, and 3 was bad for the prequels. I say all
It
three of
was
them was
good.
not. Come on now, I
It's
think just be
origin.
biased. They just be biased. I think they just be biased
Yeah.
people. I think in my opinion.
It's a base of the story for the universe, right? The franchise.
Yeah, sure. And kind of like the thing that I don't get. It sounds like in my opinion I don't get. It sounds like in my opinion stuff of that. It kind of seems like they're mean in my opinion. Like they hating on the prequels be, be, because their sequel trilogy got so much hate and stuff like that. Be, because that's what this means. Don't blame us, the fans, just for hating it because the movie is done.
Yeah.
That-
It's just a pin around.
yeah, blame Disney,
Blame the
blame
director who
and, and
directed the
director that
prequel.
made it. Yeah,
Yep.
and that's and 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 it this be the Disney fans who like Ben Solo and Ray together. This me, you know what I say?
Yeah.
I I I would ask any of them this: where in the story did Ben
He
Solo
come with the
and Ray?
idea for
Yeah, come on now. Ben Solo and Ray won't even make sense to the story.
yeah, just make it Finn to be a Jedi for it. Come on. At
Yeah,
least
yeah,
you
yeah.
hype
Like
up
he puts me
Finn
a
Jedi
Jedi too.
enough. He's like, oh, you scrap that.
Because I
Well, don't scrap it.
because you remember up in that trailer or just in the movie they had Finn
Yeah.
holding a lightsaber just for the first time, and
Yeah,
he was able to draw out the light. And
yeah.
then that's okay. He puts me
Keep
in a
it
Jedi.
and you not keep it. Just why? Just don't scrap it. Just make it keep it. For the fans to enjoy it and do it.
Yeah,
At least taste screen test for it
and they
before
said the
you
reason
use
why
it.
they didn't do it. They said the reason why they didn't do it because they said people was complaining just by Ray and Finn getting together. This me, I say, look at the
Just
story. It makes sense. It makes
yeah,
sense
it's the
time for the
logic of it.
story. Yeah,
Come on.
look at the logic of people, just people complaining. They tell something. It just ain't make no sense just for
Romance.
Ray and Finn to get together.
Not
I
romance.
say,
What's the logic for it? Yeah, the
yeah,
logic of it.
I think don't people just been biased against it just against the actor anyway that played Finn anyway. I think
Yeah,
I think don't people didn't like him in the first place for them to say that.
yeah,
In my opinion, because that just me. So that's what I think. Because in my opinion, it should be in my opinion it should be no reason for y'all to hate on somebody that much, on Finn that much for him to not be a Jedi. Come on now,
yeah.
dog.
Come on, it makes
It's,
sense. The hype
yeah,
of this story for it, make him be the Jedi and not. Come on.
yeah. Or they could at least make him like a gray Jedi or something. A gray Jedi or
Something
something.
some kind of Jedi lightsaber you need to
Yeah,
show and make it into
yeah,
this live action from the comics,
yeah. Make them something.
if possible.
Man, it should, man, and that's be the problem I think, in my opinion, too. It based on Disney Star Wars, should Disney people, in my opinion, need help.
Yep.
They need help, in my opinion. Disney people,
You have
be
the fans who understand the story for it.
yep, yep, and that's kind of like me. That's what I think. I,
Yep.
I I think they hate the prequel so much, and they didn't want nobody else to be like Samuel Jackson. I think something like that to be the star.
Yeah.
Because you notice, right? They're doing the prequels. Who do everybody like most of the time? They like Samuel
And
Jackson, Yoda,
yeah. And
and
Anakin.
they like they
Obi
like
Wan.
yeah, Obi-Wan, and then
And
Anakin.
Anakin. Yeah, I
He's
mean,
been like the top four TIE five characters people like. I
yeah.
think throughout the whole prequels, and kind of like in my opinion, I think they wanted the star to be the favorite up in Disney Star Wars. But the thing about it, George Lucas j- just didn't force the fans to just like one character. He give it to everybody. He gives shine to everybody up in the prequels. If you notice in the prequels, they have like parts for um more than one character to be able to shine. If you notice it,
Yeah.
um, because you notice Yoda was the star. Mace was the star. You could tell that on the Obi-Wan could have been a star of some of those movies, but
Yeah.
Darth Maul, you got Darth Maul, everybody like that. It was a bunch of stars in those movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't get that on the prequel show you that um you can make you can make good characters and more than one good characters and stuff like that,
Yeah.
in my opinion. But it seems like to me, in my opinion, that they can't do it, but they try and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the bad thing I think for Disney Star Wars messed up on. Because if you look at it, they tried, in my opinion, to do it with Ray. But the thing about my opinion, which I don't get, they actually had good stuff.
Yeah.
They actually had good stuff for people to be able to make and stuff like that. And that what got on my nerves at time for like Star Wars stuff, everything like that. You got the prequels and you got the original trilogy to go by. You got source material to go by that to make your movies good, and that's what I don't get though most of the time. Dealing with Disney. And plus, you got to remember that Disney had made some of those stories non-canon. It won't even count for TV shows and stuff like that. And that was,
Yeah.
in my opinion, that was messing up Star Wars universe too. Be-
Yep. Kind of thing.
I think because Disney had decanonized some of the comic books after they bought it. Because then, in my opinion, it seemed like Disney want all the credit for their own stuff instead of them using the material that came before them, which could help them.
Yeah.
I, I think, in my opinion, it'd be better. But that's just me. That just me, in my opinion. That's what I would think. But it seems to me that Disney don't want that and stuff like that. Disney just want to have stuff to just credit for themselves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just like Disney, just like giving Power Rangers, um, avenues back,
Right.
what they should,
Yeah.
which they should give back, avenues, because that's what they not using them. They're not using avenues. Come on now, that don't make sense.
Yeah.
That don't make sense for them to keep avenues as a bad guy over there where they at, and plus, and because I bet the 30th anniversary bad guy was supposed to be Ivan Ooze, but Disney got him and you can't use him, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
He Cause you knew Netflix just was willing to use Ivan Ooze if they have to. It would have did it. I think, in my opinion, if it wasn't for Disney keeping all those stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of and kind of like for the X-Men's for Disney. I'm scared for that too.
Yep. Ready for it. I mean, yeah.
I'm scared for a lot of stuff Disney doing right now, bro. I'm scared for a lot of stuff they're doing. God, though, that junk got me scared. Because these comic book people and stuff like that, or Star Wars, these comic book people is about to have like rants and stuff like that,
Yeah.
man. Shoot, man, they about to have rants on these shows and what's coming up just for Star Wars. They about to have rants on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter.
Up YouTube for shorts. Yeah.
Yeah, because just man, if you look at some of the stuff that's supposed to be happening, just for Star Wars, shoot, man. So they're supposed to have Luke Skywalker recasting and stuff like that,
Yep.
was supposed to be good, which I think, in my opinion, supposed to be good, but it's not. And that's kind of like the bad thing, in my opinion, which I think, in my opinion, supposed to be good, but it's they're supposed to be the Acolyte show that was the one show I was hyped for, was the Acolyte show.
Yep.
Besides the Mandalorian season 3, it was just dirt. Say it's supposed to be a Frozen Kill Bill movie. I probably the accent it supposed to be a musical or just a show on dirt.
Yeah.
If that show supposed to be a musical or something, is it supposed to be a musical or something that Acolyte show? Because if it's supposed to be a musical, I understand she's saying Frozen and Kill Bill, but if it's not supposed to be a musical, that don't make no sense. I think, in my opinion, to have it a
Yep.
musical with violence, come on, now that just don't make sense.
Yeah. Musical scores. Seriously, there's a lot of musical variation already.
Yeah,
Musical.
but it still don't make sense just for Star Wars and stuff like that, like on TV. But
Yeah.
if you want to do it like for a musical park or something like that, if you want to put it aside a musical park, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But that's what, in my opinion, don't put it on TV till some
Yeah.
Frozen plus
High School
Frozen plus
Musical.
Kill Bill. Yeah,
Yeah.
and And plus, we all know that all the force powers that you can't really see it. You can't really see it and stuff like that in time for how could I say this? You can't really see the force the dealing with Star Wars characters, but you could feel it. You know what I mean? Like you could feel it, but you can't. You can feel it, but you can't see it.
Yeah.
And for her to say frozen, you can actually see the frozen powers and stuff like that. You can actually see that, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Shoot, that's just me, in my opinion. And kind of like the other stuff, I think, in my opinion, that Star Wars could do better is like make new Jedi's, make new villains and stuff like that for your shows, and make the show make sense.
Yeah.
And that's all we ask for as Star Wars fans. If you want to make new Jedi's, we do not, in our opinion, have no problem with it. That's not our problem. Our problem is
Yeah.
writing, y'all writing, and plus y'all directing don't be good. I don't get how people could say that they be good, and people actually call sequel trilogy good though. And plus, I keep on saying to myself, I say, how?
No.
How
The
can you
logic
say
of
it's
it.
good?
The prequel
And
is
we
good.
all know it. Shoot, man, shucks, man. Shucks, I won't even call that junk good, man. The sequel trilogy for that junk. That junk not good.
Yeah.
Come on, that junk don't make sense, in my opinion. It makes no sense, in my opinion, for it to be good like that.
Yeah.
And for that just for me. That just for me, in my opinion, and stuff like that. And kind of for me, right? If you want to bring me that future show, just for Jedi and Sith, I want to see the Jedi school. I want to see the Sith school, and, and and plus, like for me, right? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I I want to see how the politics work inside the Jedi schools and Sith
Right.
schools and stuff like that. That'd be a good thing for me to see, like online and stuff like that. In my opinion, that'd be good.
Yeah. That was it. Yeah. So how would they do it for me? Or
Yeah,
beginning of it.
yeah. And kind of the bad thing about it, how do the video games seem like to have better writing than the shows, than some of the shows and movies?
I guess the games are everything for better than the writer for it. Yeah. Is
And that's
they're
sad.
making things for it. Yeah.
And that's sad because like the video games and movies supposed to be good. It's supposed to
Yeah.
be measured out. It,
Equally.
it yeah, it's supposed to measure out equally time for things. Be,
Yeah.
because like back in the day, the shows and games was just was good and stuff like that. Oh, both of them was good. The shows and stuff
Yeah.
like that. The shows and games back in the day was actually good, and if the shows and games actually measure out to be equally as good and stuff like that. But for now, should it seem like the games and movies is two different calibers now. The
Yeah.
the the
Can be better
game,
than the movies.
yeah, and that's sad. And that's sad. And that's the same thing dealing with Marvel because so you look at the Midnight Suns game compared to the Marvel universe, it's not
Nothing
even yeah.
closer.
Yeah, because you look at still the Midnight Suns game compared to the MCU now on this phase, that Midnight Suns game beat them all the way. It beat them.
Yep.
And plus, like, and knowing Marvel, I think, in my opinion, shoot, I think they might be making a Midnight Suns too. I think, in my opinion, because you know how Marvel is. It the first game actually be good, they always, in my opinion, try and make a second one.
Yeah.
Because you remember the games just for Max Payne 1 and 2. The first one was
Yeah,
good, and put it work on the second one.
yeah. The story for everything will make sense,
Yeah, and and kind of like for me, man, should this Disney news is kind of like it's kind of good and bad at the same time. But the thing is, in my opinion, shoot, I want to see what Disney do with this opportunity to make it good, bad, and stuff like that. Be-
right?
be- be- Because the only reason why that people is excited for Star Wars is because of the big old Mandalorian show. That's
Yep,
the only reason why they're excited for the show. That did that on the Star Wars future. Be, be, because like for episode 1 and 2 of Star Wars, the Mandalorian season 3, it was actually I my review of both episodes and stuff like that.
yep,
But the thing about for me, I do think it still was a good episode 1 and 2 of season 3. But I probably gotta look at the rest of them get, just to get the full overall picture, what's going on and stuff like that. That be like a real good overall thing for me. But the thing about for me, I got to see the trailers of some of these shows, everything like that, and kind of like for the Ahsoka show, I'm kind of scared for that. I'm kind of scared for Ahsoka, bro. I'm
yep.
scared
Me
for
too, son.
Ahsoka. I'm scared for Ahsoka, and plus I'm scared for. Let me see. Let me see what's the other one. Ahsoka and plus the Acolyte show.
Yep.
But the thing about for me, oh shit. Let me see. Because they must sure I got to see I got to see up in there who puts writing the Ahsoka show. Because they must shoot I probably looking up who writing it. Because in my opinion, I sure hope it's somebody good that's actually writing the Ahsoka show. Because that's
Yep.
what if it's not, oh man, I'm scared for that show too. The Ahsoka TV series. Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh man. The executive producer and writers is Dave Filoni and John Favreau. Kathleen Kennedy in it, but the thing is, we all know Kathleen Kennedy don't get her hands on this anyway. That's
Yep.
dealing with Jedi's because she's stuck in it. Because she's stuck at storytelling, man. She was actually had her hands in episode 8 and 9. Storytelling sucks on those two movies. Because it said executive and put it says based on Darko. It's based on Star Wars by George Lucas. Thank you,
Oh, yeah.
thank you,
At least basically, yeah.
thank you. At least that show is based on George Lucas
Yeah.
um creation. At least that show based on it. God dog. And for this say the other one and to Dave Filoni and John Favreau. Those the main two that's over the soccer show. And plus it's a spin-off series from the Mandalorian. Oh, should that mean the Mandalorian and Ahsoka probably can meet up in the fourth season? You know what I mean? This
Yeah.
that first spin-off seasons because like the Mandalorian people and Ahsoka probably could have a mutual enemy, and the mutual enemy is Thrawn and killing him, and that could be like a really good story too. I think in my opinion. That's what I think in my opinion. That could be because right, if you look at it right, season one, Ahsoka, her training, getting back in rule, running for the Empire and stuff like that, and just at the end of it, she find out who's behind it is Emperor Thrawn, a smart general. Season 4, Mandalorian. Some of that he's on a run. He's on a run, and he find out that somebody just hurt Grogu or some of that, and he find out who it is, and and
Yeah.
and, and plus the person that who tried to kidnap Grogu and hurt him is Emperor Thrawn just to clone him, and that will make like a mutual enemy, I think, in my opinion, is finding Thrawn and killing him. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah. Another, yeah.
that would be like a real good story. I think so. Like season one of Ahsoka, and plus at the end that Ifrit Thrawn been trying to assassinate Ahsoka, but that's why he failed, and she find out who it is, and then she might need help, and her help overall comes from the Mandalorian or something like that, and he
Yeah.
will help her or something like that. There's no the Mandalorian he might help. That's really a good thing, I think, in my opinion. But the thing, in my opinion, that's kind of like my prediction. Season 1 about a throne rising up, killing people, killing innocents just to find her,
Yeah.
and just at the end of the season, that she see the Mandalorian at the end of season 1, and season 4 is about Ahsoka and Mandalorian working together to
Yeah.
find this Emperor Thrawn and kill him, and that'd be a good thing. But the Acolyte show, it don't really say what time it take place in though, and stuff like that. It don't really tells you and stuff like that what it is. Stuff that we could, right? You know what I mean? That some of the Acolyte show tell you, because like the big old director could tell you it's about Kill Bill and Frozen, but she never tell which timeline it take place in,
Yeah. Bro.
because in my opinion, shoot, it don't really say, in my opinion, was the show timeline for me to go back and be able to tell and stuff like that. It don't really say that, and that's kind of like the bad part about the show. Because the show could be good, but the show don't tell you about how can I say this? It don't tell you about which timeline or which episode it could be after. It could be after
Yeah.
prequels. It could be after the original trilogy. Is so that show could be after the in my opinion, just make it after the sequel trilogy. Just
Yeah.
make it in the future. Just make it after sequel trilogy. Just for Ray or Finn could be could be in the world. That's what. Just build that one person up. Build up the main characters first before you bring in Finn or Ray back. I think, in my opinion, and that when TV shows messed up at, sometimes they
Yeah.
try to bring back person from the past, and they don't even try to bring back, and they don't try to build up new characters and stuff like that. And the thing, in my opinion, shouldn't Disney have learned from Mandalorian season 1 and 2 just how to make a good live action show?
Yeah. That's good. That's not fair.
I don't get how Disney don't learn how to make good shows sometimes with some of these shows formula. It's kind of bad in a way. It's kind of bad and sad in a way though. That's a sad thing though, in my opinion.
Yeah. Very sad.
Yeah, and kind of like the fans ain't helping. They kind of like the Disney fans ain't helping just by saying it's a masterpiece. It's actually good. It's actually a good show. I give it a 4 out of 5, and that's all. Look at those people. I say, how in the world do you give a sequel trilogy a 4 out of 5? Tell me this. Because think about it. Whatever drugs they were smoking, should they show me give me some of them drugs.
Yeah.
it, for you to think, for you to think, in my opinion, for you to think, in my opinion, that the sequel trilogy is a 4 out of 5, y'all must be smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're smoking on something.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know, based on story and everything else, it's not a 4 out of 5. We all know this.
Nope.
We
Yeah.
all know this. Just as an objective fan, as an objective
Mm-hmm.
fan, that's just I that, that show right there just average. Just a average, just average movies with no story. That's not that good. I don't get how they get to that conclusion, in my opinion. But everybody different though. Everybody different on that because that's just me. And and kind of last thing I want to talk about, um, the file leader stream is so like based on the news I gather, I think in my opinion, the future of Star Wars might be bad based on the retros out here. It's bad. The future for like the Acolyte show seemed bad based on the stuff she said. Talks from Frozen and Kill Bill, and the Soka
Yep.
show looked good. And kind of like the person that who supposed to be and put a scene like there must be, which is kind of bad in a way.
Yeah, going for
That's kind of bad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh shoot!
what?
Because you remember the writer I told you about who supposed to be doing the Ray movies.
Yeah.
Can 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 you guess how many movies she about to write?
Probably 5 or 6.
They they writing 3 movies for Ray. Three. This
Oh my
writer
gosh.
can't even
Oh, there we go. Okay, that's what stuff I heard.
three. And this they talk about some it talk about some her character supposed to play 15 years after. That made no sense. It wasn't even 15 years when that movie came out. It wasn't 15 years. That will mean that her and Finn just were teenagers when it happened.
Yeah.
When episode 7, 8, and 9 happened. That would make them teenagers. You know what I mean? That made them teenagers.
Yeah.
They could have said 15 years later, and Ray not even that old.
Yeah.
That don't. And guess what they said Ray supposed to be doing those movies. She supposed to be she she in my opinion supposed to be rebuilding the Jedi Order. I said, wait a minute, she didn't even train to be a Jedi. How is she supposed
Yeah.
to rebuild an order when she don't even know the rules? It makes no sense.
Yep.
They need Mace or somebody to come back. They need Mace. They need somebody to come back in those movies to make these movies bring balance. Because think for me, Ray couldn't be my teacher. Nope. Mm-mm. I'm not training under nobody who don't got no Jedi experience. That make no sense. She don't train. She didn't even train in episode 8. She didn't even train that much then. How is she supposed to train other people? It got to be somebody else inside that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense in my opinion for them to say to us 15 years later after the episode episode 9. They just need to decanonize episode 8 and 9. Just take those two out. Take those two movies out, and you good with the Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
And just that shoot that just say that you made a mistake. That's it. What wrong with that? What wrong with saying
Yeah.
that you made bad movies and those movies are just canon up in an elsewhere dimension?
Yeah.
What wrong with saying that? That what
Yeah. It's
DC
future.
did.
Yeah. There's no
That what
different.
that what DC did just with Zack Snyder Justice League movie. His movie still exists. That's what his movie exists outside the universe. And that's pretty much give DC a chance, to make movies just on the darker side, just up in that dimension and just what they want. That'd be
Yeah.
better and stuff like that. In my opinion, that'd be better. Oh, and do you does like that?
Sorry, you lying.
Oh, do you got anything just to promote anything like that?
Oh
Promote
no,
or something
actually, I
like for
don't.
your channel?
No.
Okay. Oh, I'll see. Oh, I'll see y'all later. Twitch and YouTube. I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time.